For me, holding this dumbbell close to my body puts less pressure on my bicep, right? If I'm holding it a little bit further out, immediately I feel like my bicep has to do more of the work, okay? Same thing, you hold that out and you can feel, okay, when I'm over here, there is an exercise for this, yeah, sure. You know, you can hold they're drag curls, right? But it's not gonna give you the same effect. That you're almost imagining you're trying to scrape this dumbbell onto someone in front of you, right? So it's not necessarily just a curve whereby you're going up and down. You wanna come out over there, all right? And that makes a huge difference to the tension you've got on your bicep. I think for isolation exercises, you wanna make sure that you're putting that muscle in as much tension for as long as you can. So the way to do that is not to relax at the bottom here. Like, I'm not taking my arm right now and just kind of hanging at the bottom, right? It's not a pull-up whereby I've got to hang at the bottom, or a bench press where I go to the top, stop and come down, right? This is all about time under tension. So in order to achieve that time under tension, you've got to be able to almost stop over here and go back up. Another cue for me with biceps is that you want to make sure when you're doing the exercise, you almost want to do the opposite of what you would see your average kind of gym novice do, which is when it gets difficult, or what do, right? They kind of take the dumbbells and they go back with it. I want to do the opposite. So when the weight's down there, you're almost leaning back. Now I'm at full stretch of the long head of the bicep, and then as I go up, I almost want to come back into neutral. So you're out here and you lean forward. And you'll notice that, right? When you see someone doing spider curls, leaning forward, you're not going to get the tension down here, right? You're going to get the tension up there. That's really where the tension is. So you almost want to mimic that in the movement and just have a mental marker whereby you think, all right, I'm going to start over here and then I'm going to straighten out. As soon as you realize the tension's coming off, I'm using momentum, you've got to drop the weight. Humble yourself, drop the weight, and realize actually, no one's going to ask you, how much are you bicep curling? Like, no one cares. You want to be able to have your biceps you're almost sticking out of your t-shirt, and to do that, you've got to make sure you humble yourself and put your arms in a position whereby they are burning. Time under tension, smaller muscles equals burning. The long head and short head, one of the big things that people miss out on their biceps is the brachialis muscle. Sounds like a dinosaur, right? But ultimately, this is where you've switched into a pronated grip. You might not feel it on your biceps straight away, to be honest. You'll probably feel it in your forearm, and then eventually it will get to your biceps. So think about a lighter weight, but actually, you'll notice the difference. It's an odd one to do at the beginning, but one that's overlooked massively. So if you are ever training your biceps or arms directly, I would definitely say use some sessions to start off with a pronated grip first.